we have Aninus, Bechi, Hespe, Shiva, Shloshim, 11 months, a year, and due to circumstances, very few of us were able to participate in the husband. The simple reason that it was in Pesach, just around the Nissen site. And we're very happy that we're able to gather over here and offer some words of hesped. We're still within the mourning period, and we certainly want to articulate the loss that all of us, not only the members of the family, the extended family, and the Shomrei Emunah, that we have sustained. I stand here with a great problem. I don't know if I'm to do it as the former Rav of Shomrei Emunah, as a Rav during his domain, I will call it, or as a Yedid, as a friend. I'm happy to say that I solved this problem very, very quickly. Yes, he was the Nasi. At the very beginning of my entering the Rabbanis over here, he immediately became a Yedid. And he remained a Yedid, even though he left America and went to Eretz Yisrael. He was Mekayim, the dream of Oloi Nada, as we read in this week's Parsha. And he went to Eretz Yisrael, and he continued his style of living. I want you to know that Rabbi Friedman mentioned during his remarks before, there was one word that he forgot to mention. I think that when he came to Tuvei Ha'ir, he started the Daf Yomi of Tuvei Ha'ir. He started it. Not to be connected with Tuvei Ha'ir, almost is like having a mechut in the Kiyei Hadas, City of Yerushalayim. And you can be a Nikiyei Hadas in Borough Park as well. I knew during my entire service over here in the shul while he was here as a Nasi, I knew what it meant to be a Nasi. And we have reference to that in this week's house. When Moshe Rabbeinu was told to select people to go to Eretz Yisrael, Yasiru Esaretz, and so forth. Rashi tells us that Ba'isai Sha'am, and Moshe sent these 12 people. The Torah uses a very strange term. Kol Nosi Bohem, each one was a Nosi. The interpretation of Kol Nosi really means that each one was every inch a Nasi. Kol Nasi Bohem. This is what the Zikaron was. Kol Nasi. Every movement of his had a Nasius. Nasi means somebody who is erhaben, able to master. He was somewhat like a chosen person wherever he went. And I want to tell you that he has great schusim. Great schusim. I want to share a book that I heard in the name of the Tzrim Zalman about the friend of the Bracha. You are all familiar with the Chazal, Ratzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Zakris is Yisroel, Ichai Hirbar Lahem, and the mitzvahs. Mitzvahs Hadra. Torah mitzvahs. Tzrim Zalman, the friend of the Bracha, said, that doesn't mean that that's why we have film, that's why we have cities. see the sukkah and so forth. No. So the Solomon says that it's the way a Jew lives. He lives by the Shulchan Aruch. And he gives a simple example of a mitzvah that we perform each and every day. And I wonder how many of you, and I'm including myself because I didn't know it until I heard it from the Slim Town himself. I didn't know that I was performing a mitzvah. And I'll tell you what it is. I put on my socks, my shoes each and every day. I put on my right shoe first. I don't tie the knot. Then I put on my left shoe. And I tie the knot of my left shoe, and then I go back to the right one. That's a mitzvah. He says, yes, that's a mitzvah. Because you did it the way it says in the Shulchan Aruch. Just imagine. We're not talking about tefillin now. We're not talking about tzitzis. Skula keneged kol ha-mitzvahs. We're talking about daily living, putting on your shoes. And I like what he said, apropos to a siyum. Heim noyarim, va'anu noyarim. Anu koshrim, v'heim koshrim. Goyim put on shoes, and we put on shoes. They tie the knots in their shoes, and we do it. Sounds familiar. The words we just heard of Heim Amelim va'anu Amelim. Anu ratzim v'heim ratzim. And we live according to the Shulchan Aruch. Even in such a mundane matter as putting on shoes, which one to tie first, and that's a mitzvah. That's why I do it that way, because the Shulchan Aruch says so. I'm going to take them off, take the left one off first, and then the right one. Good doesn't know this. John Smith doesn't know what I'm talking about. Chazal tell us, Yisroel, in the way you live, you're doing what the Shulchan Aruch tells you. That's the Zikaron mitzvahs. To be a Nasi in Shomrei many years ago, you have to know that the clientele over here, and we still have it, Baruch Hashem. We had a lot of long day over here. We had a Chevre Shas. The early Yisroel used to lead the Chevre Shas. Those who listened to the Siyurim were ones who eingesabt a faithful Torah, and to be able to sustain a place in difficult times, and to be able to do all of this chesed that emanated from this shul, all of the Torah and all of the mitzvahs. This is gewaltige zechuyos. This is that. L'pichach hirbar lahem. Imagine the zechuyos that just by following the Shulchan Aruch, the presidents in those days had many chances to force their opinions on the Olam. Baruch Hashem, this is a heritage that we have in Shomrei Emunah to this day, with our present administration, and Baruch Hashem is zeichet to have a Rav at this time, Rav Abiezer Cohen, knew the guests of Gottlieb, knew the members of the family, and we would be more than glad to listen to his Divrei Torah.